Let's take a minute to talk about legal descriptions. The main purpose of a legal description in real estate is to identify a specific parcel of land. For a deed or other conveyance to be enforceable in a court of law, the description in the document must make positive identification of that parcel, and the description boundaries must completely enclose or encircle the parcel in question. A legal description generally has 3 parts, although they may not necessarily be distinct. Instead, they'll often combine 2 or more of the following: the caption, the body, and exceptions. The caption provides the general location of a parcel. The body defines the distinct size, shape, and location of the actual parcel. And the exceptions remove the interests or portions of the land described in the body that aren't being conveyed. There are several different types of legal descriptions. However, most legal descriptions will take the form of one or a combination of the following types: metes and bounds, reference to subdivision maps, and boundary descriptions. A metes and bounds description is created through measurements by feet and monuments of the boundary lines of a parcel of property. In other words, it describes a piece of real estate by directions and distances from a beginning point. That's the only type of legal description that describes the entire perimeter of a parcel of land. Simply defined, metes refers to distance and bounds refers to direction. The other important term when using the metes and bounds method is that of monument. A monument is any visible, permanent object used to mark termination of bounds and the beginning of the next call. They can either be natural or artificial. Each boundary line for a parcel of land is described by a course and a distance. The course is the direction the boundary line travels, and the distance is the length of the boundary line. The description must either begin with a known point, such as a monument, or a certain course and distance from a monument. This is known as the point of beginning. Once the point of beginning has been determined, the metes and bounds description continues using the same process until returning to the point of beginning. At any point where the line changes direction, a monument is placed and a call for the just completed line is recorded. All metes and bounds descriptions must close, which means it must end at the same point it began. In the early history of the United States, properties were often described by naming the owners of adjoining land or by using natural or known landmarks as monuments. Modern metes and bounds are far more concise, informative, and easier to replicate by someone other than the original surveyor.